Welcome to the midweek news update for tonight, Wednesday, February 16th, 2022. A London art gallery is under fire this week for selling offensive merchandise in connection with a new Vincent van Gogh exhibit. In the gift shop, and this is true, one can purchase an eraser in the shape of the ear that Van Gogh cut off. When asked for comment, the gallery manager stated that he could not wait for the upcoming Caitlyn Jenner exhibit. Olympic gymnast Simone Biles and her longtime NFL boyfriend Jonathan Owens got engaged on Valentine's Day. Said Biles, "When he asked me, I literally jumped for joy and then went head over head over heels." Speaking of the Olympics, the Russian doping scandal continued, ensnaring 15-year-old skating phenom Kamila Valieva. Back in Washington, the Republican National Committee, who referred to a violent insurrection to try to prevent the peaceful transfer of power where 5 people died as legitimate political discourse, continued its own doping scandal. New York State lifted its indoor mask mandate for businesses on February 10th. Now, people can go back to being frightened when they see someone entering a bank with a mask. The Idaho Potato Commission released a potato-scented perfume this week called Frites de Idaho. Well, if you like French perfume, imagine how you would like French fried perfume. Gives a whole new meaning to potato skins, doesn't it? Ivan Reitman, the director of the 1984 smash hit Ghostbusters, died this week at age 75. While Dan Aykroyd said he was looking forward to his friend returning as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man on Thanksgiving Day, Bill Murray was so broken up he didn't even know who he was going to call. England's Prince Andrew settled claims yesterday that he had sex with an underage girl as part of the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. Full details of the settlement were not disclosed, but along with losing his title and official duties, word is that Andrew will be making a substantial financial donation. So it seems like both parties ended up royally screwed. Rock and Roll Hall of Famer and British stalker Sting, famous for telling women he would always be watching them, what dress not to wear, and what light not to put on, sold the rights to his song catalog for $250 million. Women's rights protesters argued that this was one more reason to defund the police. Joe Biden and Vladimir Putin are still rattling sabers and playing brinksmanship over the potential invasion of Ukraine. President Biden, with his macho posturing, was almost daring the Russian to cross the line by accusing him of acting chicken, Kiev. Putin responded by saying, "Oh, please, Crimea River." NBC charged $7 million for each 30-second commercial this past Sunday during the Super Bowl. Advertisers were rewarded, though, as the game garnered 112 million viewers, which is only 2 million viewers fewer than follow every Justin Bieber tweet. The halftime show was 100% rap and hip hop for the first time ever. And just like in the game where the West Coast team beat the East Coast team, the West Coast rappers won halftime as well, as they were led by Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and Kendrick Lamar, while P. Diddy was nowhere to be seen and Biggie Smalls was still dead. A far cry from the earliest Super Bowl halftime shows when Up With People, Carol Channing, Mickey Rooney, and George Burns were criticized for being too edgy. Meanwhile, the old schoolers of Snoop and Dre look the same as always. But what the hell happened to Slim Shady? We have not seen as big an Eminem makeover since Green recently swapped her high heel go go boots for sensible sneakers. And speaking of Green, congressional wacko Marjorie Taylor Greene, who previously warned the American public that Jewish space lasers had started the California wildfires and that Hillary Clinton had caused JFK Jr.'s fatal plane crash, warned the public this week that Nancy Pelosi was using the Gazpacho police to spy on her in Congress. That's right, apparently confusing gazpacho with Gestapo. Seinfeld's soup Nazi could not be reached for comment. Tesla announced two more recalls this week, making it 10 in total for the autonomous car manufacturer since October. Defects include the defroster not defrosting, a front latch loosening allowing the hood to pop up while the car's in motion, the radio blaring so loud to drown out the warning signals, the rear camera not working, the automatic brakes engaging unnecessarily, and the airbags not properly deploying. Sounds like both the driver and the car are each ready to self-drive itself off a cliff. And finally, in a lawsuit filed in Manhattan Supreme Court, the Friars Club, that famous private hangout for comedians, accused its former executive director, Michael Geyer, of embezzlement. The club alleges that Mr. Geyer is not a stand up guy. When asked to comment, noted comedian Dane Cook automatically blurted out, he wasn't stealing, it was just parallel thinking. And that is the midweek news update. With news like that, who needs to be funny?